So I just came out of seeing a Minecraft movie, and it might be one of the most surreal movie watching experiences I've ever had. And it's actually impossible for me to talk about the movie without talking about my experience watching it because it was just my brain hurts, and not in a bad way necessarily. I know you might be thinking, "Oh, this movie was that bad." Yes, but no, but it was kind of a pretty good time. So, first off, I do not play the Minecraft games. I am not very familiar with any of the lore. I went into this movie completely blind, not really knowing much about it except for seeing the trailers, and I thought it looked fine. But there was such a palpable energy walking into the movies that I started to get kind of excited for this Minecraft movie that I, again, have no relation to the games. What I really enjoyed about my experience, I'll start with that, is seeing other people be so genuinely excited about something that they love, even if it's something that I might not understand, even if it's something that I might not like. Seeing other people get excited gets you excited, and it kind of feels like a party. And I think that that's really what's going to save movie theaters is this kind of atmosphere, this kind of event film. Again, I'm not saying every movie should be a Minecraft movie, but we should have a couple of those every once in a while sprinkled throughout the year to support the movie theater system. Anyway, going back to the Minecraft movie, there was so much cheering and clapping, and some of it you might say was kind of making fun at the whole clapping and movie theater thing. But again, you'd have to really understand the games to know when to clap for certain moments. And so it felt like people were just genuinely excited about some of the references being thrown out there at the Minecraft movies. And yes, this movie is just wall to wall reference of the game. And so if you don't play the game, it's going to go over your head. But if you have a packed theater, you're going to know when to clap and you're going to know when to get excited or when something's important. And I think really that's the only reason why I would recommend watching this movie is if you're a Minecraft fan, if you have little kids, and also if you're going to a packed theater, because at least for me, I love seeing people be happy and excited about things, and I've never seen anyone get as excited about this. Like, let me tell you, this movie was crazy. It was I honestly can't tell you much about the plot because there's not really a whole lot there. But people were quoting a bunch of lines from Steve. They were clapping and yelling and laughing, and I even heard a couple people kind of crying, and it wasn't like a fake crying. Like people were getting genuinely emotional at the end. I myself found myself a little bit like I was like, Jesus, am I about to tear up at a Minecraft movie? But yeah, honestly, the best thing I can say about this movie is that it has an awesome audience, awesome fans. Like that is what I've learned from watching a Minecraft movie. Now, to talk about the movie itself, apart from that experience, it's kind of hard to disentangle it from that experience because it really does heighten it. But the movie itself is, I'll just start saying it has like 16 writers on it, and you kind of tell it doesn't have a cohesive idea of what it wants its story to be. Also, there are just so many characters that you don't really have time to flesh any of them out. Not that you necessarily need to flesh these characters out in this type of movie, but you can tell that they were trying to. And I feel like you either do or you don't. There's no try, as Yoda once said. But yeah, I do think there was too many characters. At one point, Danielle Brooks' character, who I can't remember her character's name, says, "What am I doing here?" And I kind of had the same question. I mean, I'm like, get your bag, girl. But like some quick fixes that could have happened, either make her like a childhood crush of Jack Black's character and they reunite in this new world. And also you have this brother-sister duo who are kind of supposed to be the heart of this movie, but really the main focus is Jason Momoa and Jack Black. But again, Emma Myers, who is from Wednesday, she plays the older sister and she's taking care of her younger brother as a guardian. And it took me a second to adjust because she just looks so young that a much simpler, cleaner way of doing this was just have Jason Momoa be their crazy uncle and them having to live with him. Or age her character up, hire someone like Allison Williams, who's closer to Jason Momoa's age, and make that a love interest. Just things like that to streamline the narrative, I feel like would help it for people who are not Minecraft lovers. That all being said, there are some things that I really liked about this movie, the VFX, and there were some scenes that I found genuinely funny. Anything with Jennifer Coolidge was just like top tier comedy. You know exactly the type of audience a Minecraft movie is trying to draw in with her, and you know what? It works. She is amazing in this role. It's weird that her story doesn't tie into anything in the larger picture, so it's like, why have her here? But because she's amazing. That's why. Also, the bromance between Jason Momoa and Jack Black was really funny. I think it worked throughout the movie. They 69 at one point, which was pretty funny, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that all works. But this movie, is it gonna hit $1 billion? It might get close. It's already, I think, at like 300 million for its first weekend, which is insane. And I might get some hate from some cinephiles, but I think we do need movies like Minecraft. We need movies to do well at the box office if we want to start making other movies. While I don't think we should only make Minecraft movies, I do think that it's important to make films that are for everyone or for other people. Because thinking about it, yeah, I might have not understood a lot of the references, but I was happy that other people were getting something that they loved being translated to film. And now something that they hold dear is now being shared to the world, and it makes them excited. And I think that's what we need more of to inspire people to go to the movies. I know this is a rare case, but sometimes with these big movies, they get sold out. And when you go there, you're like, well, I guess I should watch another movie. And then you go see another movie and it like breaks your world. And of course, that's not like something that happens on the frequent, but the rare times that it does, it is so special. And even if it's not, going to the movies and seeing people excited about films gets you more excited about movies. So I do think that big blockbusters like this aren't the villain. I think the problem becomes when we make too many, when we only focus on making these. But again, Hollywood needs to find the balance because everyone needs a movie.